What's at the top of your to-do list before you die? Skydiving? Disney World? How about riding a bike? Or maybe walking? No, not at the top of your bucket list. If you don't have these things at the top of your bucket list, you probably weren't diagnosed with a terminal condition. Your list probably wasn't given a time limit or physical restrictions either. But what if it did? Would you simply accept that you were going to die young or never walk again? Or would you look for a solution? Just like an aspirin can fix your headache, stem cell research could possibly cure your terminal illness. Stem cell research provides solutions. Before I tell you about stem cell research and what solutions it can provide, there are a few basic facts you need to know. We all know that stem cell research is controversial. We only hear about it all the time on the news, or hear our politicians arguing endlessly over it. But do we know why it's so controversial? The basic reason is because science and religion argue at when life begins. The reason this is an argument is because most stem cell research involves embryonic stem cells. Embryo meaning an egg has been fertilized or conceived. Religion sees extraction of stem cells from embryos as homicide because life begins at conception. Science, on the other hand, thinks that embryos have the potential to develop into human life, but not yet a person. The reasoning for this is that the embryo is not sentient, meaning it has no brain, organs, or the ability to think. However, embryonic stem cells aren't the only cells that can and are being used in stem cell research. The only reason embryonic stem cells are frequently used is because they can be manipulated easily into forming into any of the 220 types of cells found in our bodies, such as blood cells, heart cells, or nerve cells. Another type of cell used is the adult stem cell. These bear some similarities to embryonic stem cells. It was also started 20 years before embryonic stem cell research, giving it more time to develop in even some human trial stages. The problem with these cells is that they are limited in their use because they can only develop into a few types of cells. Finally, there is an alternative. This is a stem cell that is new and interesting. It is called induced pluripotent stem cells. These are simple skin cells, specially treated and processed to exhibit some of the properties of embryonic stem cells. This means science can benefit from this in the same way as embryonic stem cells, but without the ethical hazards. This will hopefully help research become more acceptable because it does not use embryonic stem cells. Now that you know the basics, from why it is controversial to the types of cells, I want to give you a few reasons why you should give your support to stem cell research. First, it has the potential to cure multiple terminal diseases and major injuries. We all know someone with cancer, or maybe somebody in our family has it. Either way, we are all connected to cancer somehow. Because of this, we all know how painful and truly awful it can be. And we also know that there is no cure. However, with stem cell research, it is possible that we could find the cure to cancer. Stem cell research could also help to find the cure to Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, diabetes, strokes, spinal cord injuries, and many other injuries and diseases. The possibilities are countless for the cure of diseases and injuries. No human should have to suffer these, and it only adds to my support. Another reason to support stem cell research is because it creates jobs in the medical science field here in the United States. The fact that the United States could be the first to find the cure for cancer should be more motivation for politicians to support stem cell research. One other reason to support it is because not only can we cure terminal diseases, but also we could prevent them by using cells to study genetic development. This could also be used to prevent birth defects. The cells would be used to observe how genetics work in early stages of cell development. Personally, I do support stem cell research and would like to see more funding for it in America. As I mentioned earlier, stem cell research could possibly cure spinal cord injuries. Obviously, I am in a wheelchair, and that is because of a spinal cord injury. So you can now see why I am in so support of stem cell research. The possibility that I can walk again because of stem cell transplants gives me all the reason I need to support it. Not only could it help me, but it could also help future spinal cord injuries. Since one cannot prevent a spinal cord injury, it would be amazing to cure paralysis. In addition to helping spinal cord injuries, stem cell research could help other diseases I mentioned earlier. During my injury, I have met many people with different problems, from rare neurological diseases to muscular dystrophy. All of these people could be cured from a stem cell transplant, and all of them deserve it as well. So, before I end, I would like to ask you a few questions to those of you who do not support stem cell research. Would your opinion be different if you had a terminal disease? What if you were me? What if your mom, dad, brother, sister, son, daughter, or significant other was put on a timeline? Would you start revising your bucket list, or would you look for a cure? Please think about this the next time the topic of stem cell research comes up. Thank you.